Lincoln. Nebraska will get 2 of its top 3 safeties back in limited roles Saturday against Northwestern while a couple of other playmakers are not expected to suit up, Coach Mike Riley said Thursday evening following practice inside Memorial Stadium. Taron Williams-Neck practiced for the first time Thursday, Riley said, and will be available not necessarily full-time against the Wildcats. Fellow safety Antonio Redney has practiced some this week and will be a factor, not necessarily starting, but some role. Both aggravated existing injuries last weekend at Purdue. Outside linebacker Luke Gifford hip will miss a second straight game, Riley said. That leaves more snaps for senior Marcus Newby and maybe Colin Miller, a 6'3", 235-pound redshirt freshman from Fishers, Indiana. I've got real high expectations for him, Riley said. I'm glad that he's playing more. Freshman running back Jalen Bradley hasn't practiced all week with a sprained ankle that failed to respond well to treatment. Bradley ran 7 times for 42 yards and caught 3 balls for 31 yards as the lone bright spot in News run game at Purdue. The lack of practicing during the week is hard, Riley said, but perhaps he could be an emergency guy. Riley also said he thinks tackle David Neville ankle will be available, though the Huskers appear set to continue with true freshman Brendan James starting at right tackle. Meanwhile, cornerback Eric Lee still hasn't completed concussion protocol and won't play Saturday. I think that's the news from Lake Obregon, Riley said. Riley said the team has been consistent all week and all season in its work ethic and that Saturday's 25-24 comeback win at Purdue hasn't had a noticeable effect on practice. Against up-tempo offenses like Northwestern's, Riley said his defenders have been good communicators when it comes to being set. Riley said it didn't sink in for him until later this week that Nebraska had 5 freshmen on offense in the second half of the Purdue game. That included true freshmen in James, Bradley and wideout Tyjon Lindsey as well as redshirt freshmen in right guard Matt Farniok and wideout J.D. Spielman. I've hardly ever heard of that before, Riley said. The offensive line's latest change from last week includes new starters Cole Conrad center and Farniok after Michael Decker knee and Tanner Farmer ankle went down with longer-term injuries against Purdue. Riley said the new group will need to gel quickly. I think it's really a good point and really important that chemistry now develops with that group, Riley said. It's real important that they work together, communicate and can basically then perform. Nebraska has started 3 running backs this season, and all have endured an injury at some point this fall. That doesn't include Bradley, who sparked the Husker ground game last Saturday. Riley said the revolving door has been a less than ideal circumstance. Trey Bryant knee is out for the season while Mikael Wilbon ankle and Divine Ozigbo have also dealt with nagging ailments. It's been interesting, Riley said. That's the best way for me to say it. I don't want to talk too much about it, it might jinx it even more. But that one has been interesting. 1:30 p.m. Saturday where Memorial Stadium Radio 103.1 FM.